So I remember begging and pleading with God to take me out of my job. I remember being so candid and honest with him. I said, God, I don't like the environment. I hate the environment. I can't stand the people. I don't like my bosses. They stand on everything except for principle, integrity, and the right way to lead. Job at one point I had so much passion for, I began to hate it. I remember a job coming up, right? And I did an interview for it, and I did a great interview to the point where I won the job, and then at the last minute it got revoked from me. Mind you, I had a dream that I didn't get the job. Even when I accepted the offer, I had a dream, and it was more of a vision. The vision in the dream was of somebody saying, yeah, we're not going to give her the job because we're going to choose someone else who has a little bit more experience in the job. She's a little young in her career. The dream went something like that, but I rebuked it. I was, right now, in the mighty name of Jesus, I rebuke that. Devil, you will not have my job. All time, y'all, it was God letting me know what it was and what it wasn't. I remember crying, but I didn't use my voice to get angry at God. I was just crying. So much so that I was at work, and I live right down the street from my job. I remember on my break, on my lunch, I went home and I cried. And I was like, God, why you won't take me? And to this point where even though I'm completely over it, I just remember this moment. And I'm like, God, why are you making me stay here? You know this is pain for me. Like, you know what this is doing to me. And God was like, so you're going to stay, and I'm going to help you get through it. God kept me there to develop me, to strengthen me, to mature me. Y'all, these are all the things that I had prayed for before I entered leadership, because I knew that I was immature. I knew I was the type of person that held grudges. I knew I was the type of person that went back and forth. I knew I was the type of person that met pettiness with pettiness. So God matured me spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. This also brought me closer to God because I was now put in a situation where I had to solely depend on God. Y'all, in this journey, every time I depended on my own wisdom and my own strength and my own might, I failed miserably. Every time I depended on God, whether it was through praying for my enemies, getting ready for the workplace by praying and worshiping and praying while I was at the job, getting on my knees and praying and rebuking rebellion that was in me, anger that was in me, hate that was in me, resentment that was in me, grudge holding that was in me, I started to see a breakthrough. The minute I changed my mindset, the Lord helped me change my mindset to do my work unto Him versus to show off or just to, I'm that girl. Yeah, you see it. Everything started to change, rebuking arrogance within me, rebuking know-it-all within me. All of those things I went through on this journey. Then He turned the situation around and built me so I could tell my testimony to you guys. Because that's what it's about. It's about overcoming things through the power of God, the transformation that God gets you through. So not only does He develop you, He can use your testimony to bless and help others. So I say all this to say, sometimes God will not take you out of that situation because those are ways that He's going to develop you and mature you and draw you closer to Him and get you fully dependent off of your own ways and your will and fully dependent on His. Allow God to hold you by your right hand and lead you through this process. I promise you, He will not fail you. We serve a faithful God.